We got transfer news, we got competition results to go over, and the Premier League have a winter break that makes things interesting. You're watching Foot and Mouth. Welcome back to Foot and Mouth. Happy New Year to you guys watching. Ethan, 2024, how are we feeling about the year ahead for Manchester United, but also for yourself personally, bro?
For myself, I'm fine. It's going to be a good year, great year for Ethan. For Man United, can't say the same.
Well, Onana gone now for AFCON, bro. I mean,
Yeah, but he's decided he's going to miss the first game for Cameroon so he can play against Tottenham.
Does it hurt to help you guys?
That hurts us completely. Look, I don't know. Ten Hag must have absolutely zero faith in Bayinda if he's willing to let Onana stay.
Yeah, that is true.
And also, that is so much disrespect to the Cameroonian national team. If I were the Cameroonian coach, I'm saying,
Tell him
bro,
to stay.
you can stay.
Tell him to stay.
You're not coming back. If you want to stay, you stay.
But look, it is a new year, and with this new year comes potential for new signings. January transfer window is open. Manchester United, I see, looks like you guys are more focused on outgoings than incomings this window. But you guys do need a striker. You've been linked to some players. What have you been getting excited by, at least?
Well, we were linked to Timo Werner. Obviously, now Tottenham have made the deal happen.
Yeah, it's a loan with the option to buy,
which was going to be United's deal.
It's quite a low option as well. I think it's like a 20 mil or something, if that.
Yeah, but Werner's not like.
I
he's
think
not the
he's slept
best.
on, bro. I think he's underrated.
Yes, he could be slept on, but from what we've seen in the Premier League, he didn't do that great
At Chelsea.
But yeah, United were after him. United were after Guirassy at one point, who was the top goal scorer in the Bundesliga. I would have liked him. He's also in my ultimate team on FIFA. We were also linked with the new talk now is that Marlon guy from Dortmund.
Yeah.
So as far as I know, the goal is, as much as they may not talk about it. Marshall, the goal is to get him out. He may say otherwise, the team may say otherwise, but the goal is to get him out.
Very quiet around Marshall's future right now.
Yeah, because from what I've heard is he wants to stay because he knows if he stays till the end of the season, he'll go for free, which means
more money.
He'll make a deal for more monny.
More money in the
so
contract.
So he wants to stay United, or secretly trying to get rid of him though, so that we can at least get some money as well. Because we're also looking to get a striker. Like I said, Marlon, he is the option now that Timo Werner's gone.
Yeah,
I guess Marlon's. I guess Marlon's okay. Like
he's been consistently spoken about enough over the past few seasons for you to know he's
for
a
me
player.
Though. To be honest, out of the three, Guirassy, Werner, Marlon is probably my last choice. I would have taken Guirassy first. Or Werner. So I guess it's okay. Look, we'll take anyone at this point. People bring up Benzema as well.
Yeah, he's been linked with Arsenal as well. Surprising. But he's never not linked with Arsenal
and
since
also,
Wenger was there.
He's not going to leave Saudi. No Saudi club that makes a deal with him for this long is going to let him go after 6 months. That's not going to happen.
He's doing well there as well. His numbers in the league this season are quite respectable. Someone that has left United, Jadon Sancho.
It's confirmed.
He's rejoins Dortmund on loan. Now, you believe that this is full on just, I'm going to outlast Ten Hag, because he's not done with United in Ethan's opinion, which I kind of agree with. And you think that this is a smart move, bad move? It makes sense.
For him, it makes sense. It seems like
even for United, I mean, they're getting some money. It's a €4 million package. They're covering some of his salary.
At this point, United need to cut their losses with him because he gets paid how much per month. They're not paying his whole monthly salary, so we still going to end up paying him.
It does help at least.
Yeah, I guess it helps.
And if he finds that form again, bro, Ten Hag or no Ten Hag, come the end of the season, it'll help to have him come back to the team with a spark.
Yes, but if Ten Hag does stay, unless he apologizes, he's not going to play no matter how good he is.
Well, then you have someone that you can sell for more money.
Hopefully. But yeah, he is going there with a loan, no option to buy. So he is going to come back. He's
definitely coming back.
I could understand in his head, he doesn't want to go. I think he said before he wants to stay at United. And I think it is possible that he's thinking, I could outlast Ten Hag at this point.
And at the rate things are going,
it's going to happen.
It could happen. I mean, anything's possible in football, of course, but the rate things are going.
Ten Hag's doing worse this season than Solskjaer was. So if this does continue, and it seems like it's just going to continue, I don't think United has hit the bottom yet. I think we're still going to go downhill.
Yeah.
So think of that what you will. But I think Ten Hag may, especially with new owners coming in, Ten Hag may be gone by the end of the season.
Possibly.
If we don't qualify for anything next season.
Oh, for sure. I think if you don't get Europe,
Yeah, I
gone.
think Ten Hag.
No part of United's project doesn't involve some form of Europe, bro.
Yeah.
And it can't be Conference League either.
No, it
I
can't
think
be.
Europa League at the worst case scenario,
Yeah.
Europa League, and that maybe even pushing it depending on what managers are available at the time.
That's the thing. Yeah. I think Ten Hag is kind of on thin ice with the new owners and shit.
100%, bro. 100%. And look, I understand that they can't be as active. They're looking towards the summer window, which makes sense. That's when all the biggest spending goes. January window is notoriously quiet. But like I said, they are still linked with some players. I saw today that they're linked with Jonathan David from Lille. This is a striker that I quite like him. He can play out wide, and he's a striker. He's been linked to Arsenal before. I think he's 24, 25 years old, Canadian international. So they are still
No, and obviously
talks.
there was that
Olise. There was also a striker from Leverkusen, isn't it?
that may be Gerassi.
Oh, Garasi. Whoops, there we go. Yeah.
But yeah, look, Olise, I don't see happening. We're going to pay so much fucking money for
And
Olise.
can I ask, would you be okay to spend that money considering his injury record, bro?
I would be. I love Olise. I
He's
would.
so injury prone.
As much as I don't think he's necessary at United because we have a lot of wingers.
Yeah.
I would take him in a heartbeat. I love him.
He's
Him and
so
Eze,
injury
I
prone.
would take them any day.
Damn, bro.
But I don't think United has the money. We've also the talk now is Hannibal's gone.
Yeah.
I like Hannibal. I think Hannibal should have stayed. I think.
He was a good squad option.
I think he's a good. Literally, I think he's a great squad option. Also, he's young. He's got so much potential. He's got to Sevilla. That there was also talk. I think that Everton were maybe looking at him. It's a loan to buy. I think if he does well, they will buy him. I think United is just trying to get money at this point, and there's a lot more money in the young players because I think Pelestri is also going to go out
That's
on loan.
true, bro. That's true.
You got a lot more money in the young players than you do in players like, let's say, Marshall or McTominay, because we've seen them kind of fail.
Yeah.
So I think Pelestri might go as well. I think that the talk is that Gore is also going to go out on loan. Yeah, it's unfortunate because I think those young players are kind of our best players. If it were up to me, I would have got rid of McTominay, Marshall, all of these players for any kind of money, and I would have kept all the young players.
Yeah, but like you say, I mean, if money's the goal,
Yeah.
and they're your most sellable assets, or
Exactly.
your most profitable assets,
Exactly.
rather, whether it be a sale or a loan.
If Pelestri leaves, I'm going to be distraught because Pelestri deserves a lot more time. He's the only winger that's actually right-footed and plays on the right wing. I don't know why United or most teams don't do that
they
anymore.
Don't utilize. Yeah, no one likes that. If they like people to cut in now.
I hate that shit.
They want every wide player.
A
to
winger
cut in.
is supposed to be on the wing
you're
and cross
old,
it in.
I know you're old school. You want wingers to be wingers, and that's also why that dude from Napoli, Kvaratskhelia, I probably butchered his name. A lot of people
You
like
can't
him
say
because he's a winger. Like
Yeah.
he's a
No, look,
winger.
I like the old school type of winger. Pelestri is one of the few that we have. I don't want to see him go, whether it's on loan or on sale. I think he's gotten like half the chances that Garnacho has got, and we've seen how good
True.
Garnacho is.
True, and you have predicted that Pelestri, given the same amount of time that Garnacho's been given, could be quite a baller.
I think he would have done something. But
Could be quite a baller.
At least we've got that Amad Diallo guy. He's young. He looks good.
I've rated him for a while now.
Yes, and the thing is, we always loan him out. I don't think we're going to loan him out this time. I think we might just keep him this season.
It would make sense.
Seeing as we're loaning out these other
It
players.
would make sense, bro.
And then finally, Todibo. He's come up a few times. He plays
For a few clubs as well.
Yeah, he does come up for. Who does he play for again?
I think he plays for Freiburg or Leverkusen.
No, it's a French team.
I was close.
Isn't it like Lille? It may be Lille.
Todibo.
But it's either way. It's a team that Sir Jim Radcliffe owns.
Oh.
Nice. It's Nice. So Radcliffe owns Nice. So this should be a done deal. As far as United are concerned,
That should be the easiest deal that
literally
they've ever done.
We shouldn't even have to think about this. If
Yeah.
if the owner owns the same two clubs, there should be the smoothest communication between the two, and it's still not happened yet.
That is true, bro.
So I'm a bit nervous, but it should happen. I would love to see Todibo in, especially with talk of Varane leaving. I don't know if you've seen that. The talk
Yeah,
is he-
Varane, Casemiro. There's a lot of ostracized players
Basically, if you look at the last like 3 years, all the players that get paid the most, other than
on the
Rashford,
way out.
Ronaldo out, De Gea out, Casemiro out, Varane
Bruno?
out. I don't. Yeah, Bruno, he may be next. But
Possibly.
and then obviously we've seen. So United is clearly budget cutting.
Yeah, they're doing an Arsenal. I'm
Yes.
telling you, they're doing what Arsenal did.
But my thing is, you can't do that and then give Rashford a better contract.
No.
You can't do
No,
that
you
and
can't.
give Rashford $350 a week.
No, you go. Oh, well, look, I mean, I guess Arsenal did. Maybe they're copying Arsenal to a
What
T.
did
Arsenal
Arsenal
deal with the
do?
bombing. Remember, like. So maybe it is. They're just following Arsenal to a T. They said, look, they made that mistake. You got to make that mistake first, and then we'll learn from that mistake. And
Hopefully they will learn, because look, at this rate we are getting rid of the players that get paid the most. But unfortunately, those players kind of get paid the most for a reason.
if you are following a similar mold, then I wouldn't expect Jadon Sancho back because he's like y'all's Nicolas Pepe at this point.
Yeah, well, Anthony still has a chance. But I think if we all, like, and again, you can't give Anthony 250 a week if you're trying to say like that's my thing. This is very contradictory. If you are trying to save money, then save money. You can't just pick and choose
and look,
where
these
you're gonna.
players, I'm sure Anthony also has like an appearance fee in his contract.
I'm sure he's got a lot.
Do you know what I mean? A goal bonus, which is obviously not really affecting the club with at the moment. But I'm sure there's a lot of add-ons in his clauses that are costing the club money, bro.
I'm sure they are. But yeah, that's pretty much United.
Let me ask you this. I don't know if it's an option, but would you bring Greenwood back?
You know, honestly, the more time passes, the more I do ease up on the decision, but still no.
Nice.
But
I appreciate you.
But the more time does pass, the more I do ease up on it.
Look, he is regrettably doing well at Genoa, and someone else that's doing well there is his strike partner, who is being heavily linked with Arsenal. There's rumors, there's reports actually, that Arsenal have lodged a formal bid for around 20 million euros for him.
What's a formal bid? Where they come in like suits?
Like a
I think so. And a top hat.
I think so. Yeah, they do the top button. You know what I mean? His
Can
name.
we get a casual bid? It's just like flip flops. Like a casual bid.
His name is Borja Mayoral, and I will learn it. I will learn it if he joins the club.
You offended a ton of people.
I apologize, every Spaniard watching the show. Yeah. Anybody that watches, anybody that speaks Spanish, anybody that watches Spanish, bro.
Anybody that watches Telemundo.
But yeah, his name is Borja Mayoral.
Don't say it again.
Damn. He's a former Real Madrid player. He graduated from the academy, so he's someone with a little bit.
So it might be like Odegaard.
Might be like Odegaard. But also, interestingly enough, he's the second highest goal scorer in La Liga right now, only second to Jude Bellingham, which I didn't even know was the lead goal scorer in La Liga, bro. Like,
yeah, no, he's the best in the world.
So, look, obviously, he's been doing well. He's 20 years old, I think, 20 years old or 22 years old. So, he fits the bill, he fits the mold. I don't know what this means for Eddie Nketiah. But
no, Nketiah's gone. He can go to Crystal Palace.
But he should go to Crystal Palace. But yeah, like we've been linked with him and another player. Well, let me just say on this player, I don't know anything about him. But
you don't even know his name.
But like you said, if it's a similar mold of Martin Odegaard, where it's this prospect who was let go by Madrid just because they didn't have the capacity for him in their team, and we can benefit from that, I'm all for it, bro. Another player that we've been heavily linked with is Onana from Everton, obviously.
I wish it was Onana from United.
Oh, dude. There was
we could make a deal.
Everton aren't going to want to let him go for cheap, obviously.
No.
I think the rumored fee going around is like 50 mil or something. He's worth it,
Yeah,
I
makes
believe. I
sense.
think he's a 50 million pound player at the very least.
Yeah.
But we've also been linked with Zubamendi again from Real Sociedad. And this dude, I think it's Zaragoza, sorry. This dude has a release clause in his contract, and Edu loves a release clause. That's how we got Thomas Partey. So there's an option. We wanted to activate it in the last transfer window, but he apparently wanted to stay for the rest of the season with his club. Obviously, times have changed now, so maybe there's an option there. Looking very, very into like recruiting in midfield, which I think is a bit of a surprise. I feel like Arsenal are stacked in the midfield department. Unless Elneny leaves. If Elneny leaves, then it makes sense. But Jorginho has been a really good rotation option, bro. I think Jorginho is still doing a proper job there. Obviously, Zubamendi is the better player, but Jorginho is also earning a decent wage at the club. Like, we've got a lot of midfielders, bro. I don't know.
Well, look, maybe is the plan to move Partey on?
I don't think it's the ideal plan. I think the plan is to use Partey in the holding midfielder role and then move Declan Rice to that left eight. That makes more sense to me. Imagine Declan Rice playing that Xhaka role.
Yeah, look, if it were up to me, I think Arsenal clearly need to get a striker and maybe
that's the thing.
And maybe a fullback.
A striker and a fullback, we have absolutely been linked to a few of them, but just the striker bid now, obviously this is now the hot topic of the day because
Arsenal
a bid
really
has
should
been
have just
made.
gone all in on Tony.
Yeah, but they want 100 mil.
Go for I guess Arsenal don't have the money.
It's not only that, it's also FFP now that we have to look out for going into summer. Because I think, like I said, in summer we are going to spend 100 mil on a striker.
Yeah.
100 plus. It's either going to be a Osimhen or a Ferguson or Ivan Toney. If
Tony
he's
would
available.
be so good. Dude.
But this dude...
We'll take Martial from United.
How much would you sell him for?
5.
No currency. No specific currency, bro.
Maybe 6. But no, honestly, I'd sell him for literally like 7 mil, 10 mil.
This Mayoral dude is apparently the player that Brentford have been lining up to replace Tony if Tony moves on.
Okay.
So if they see something in him, it wouldn't be the first time that a club that it's not one of the heavy hitters identify some top talent. Just look at Brighton. So I mean, you see his record in the league this season speaks for itself. It's definitely a striker worth banking on. And for 20 mil,
yeah, no, 20 in this
20
market,
mil,
yeah, that's huge.
If we do sell Nketiah, we can sell him for more than 20 just because he's English.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
English tax alone will give us at least 30 mil. Like, so I'm curious to see where it goes. I'm definitely more interested to see a striker come in than a holding midfielder or a fullback for that matter. But we will see how it goes. Like I say, it's Jan, so I think maybe just one signing and we're lucky at Arsenal. But Spurs are currently, they're winning the Jan window.
Spurs, dude. Well, look, it's easy to be winning the window when you're the only team that's made actual moves.
True.
So yeah, they've
made like decent moves.
They did make good moves.
Timo Werner, I know we can kind of clown on him a bit for his time at Chelsea, but he is a Premier League proven player that they're bringing into the team.
Yes.
No, and he knows London.
Yes.
So it's a is it a quick fix?
I don't
it's a Hail Mary quick fix.
No, I think it's just what do you consider a quick fix? I think it's just in between until Son comes
That's
back.
what I mean. But he's not gonna fill the same shoes, bro. He's not gonna do the same job that Son did. But if he does, then Postecoglou is just like a genius.
No, he's not going to be as good as Son for sure, but he's fast and he should do well in a free-flowing Spurs team. Like the way they play, he could do
That's why I'm interested, because the thing is, like I said, I do think he was underrated. I think his time at Chelsea was whack.
Whack.
I think that he was just moving too fast for his teammates. In his thinking,
Didn't they fucking win the Champions League that season or something?
And he played a big role. Okay, Havertz also played a big role in them winning
So did Mason Mount.
Yeah,
did you see this that picture of Kovacic, Mason Mount, and
all of them
Werner? No, it is Havertz, Mason Mount, and Werner, and and they're all playing for Chelsea's rivals, United, Arsenal, and Tottenham.
And they're all doing better than Chelsea.
Yes.
Yeah, look, Spurs. That defender I don't know much about, but the fact that Bayern Munich were so interested in him.
And also I saw a picture him and Bentancur and Kulusevski used to play together at Juventus.
Oh, so they've got some chemistry.
So there is a
What's
little.
What's his name? Rodu?
Goodson.
Dragusin. It's a cool ass name.
Yeah, no, he's a.
What's he, Romanian?
I don't know. I did see a clip of him doing a Rubik's Cube though.
No shit. You know what else does Rubik's Cubes is a kanji, bro. So
is it?
Maybe it's a thing. If you can do a Rubik's Cube as a defender, you're solid.
I'm just gonna start making videos of me doing Rubik's Cubes. Sign me, Arsenal.
Nice. Yeah, I just want to get 10 on the phone quick, bro.
Can Onana do this?
Why are you British in this video?
They get some leeway.
Oh, that's true.
I'll just fake my way as a UK citizen.
So yeah, they signed Timo Werner. They signed Dragusin. And Eric Dyer is joined by...
Gone to Bayern Munich. Yeah, hectic, eh?
I can't believe it. If you asked me, what's one of the most unlikely transfers I could expect coming in this season?
But did Bayern Munich lose a defender or something?
They apparently just want more options.
Okay,
and I think that's also... And look, Dyer is apparently quite versatile. He can play either side of a back
and also
three,
with
back
Spurs
two.
buying this Dragostan guy, they're not going to use Dyer. So
Yeah.
it kind of makes sense. It's a Dragostan. Isn't that where Khabib's from? But I think it's a fair deal. Genuinely, I think it's a fair deal.
Look, it's you know me. I don't rate Eric Dyer. He's been a bit of a hero for Spurs this season. I'm quite surprised that he obviously was running out of contract last 6 months, but for like a 3 mil, 4 mil fee, it's low risk, I guess. And Tuchel obviously has a plan for him. He likes him. He says he even identified when Dyer used to play as a number 6 in his past. So he's got some ideas for the guy. But yeah, man, I think they are definitely winning it, and Chelsea may end up winning it completely because the links with Osimhen and Ivan Toney don't stop, bro.
Again, much like Arsenal, they have to buy a striker.
Yep.
Nico Jackson has just not cut it at all.
Yep.
And they have the money to do Osimhen and Toney, I guess. So why wouldn't you? I'm surprised they didn't do it sooner.
I would be so distraught if they get Osimhen. Toney, I can understand because Chelsea is still a big step up from Brentford.
He's like a Chelsea fan.
No, I do get that. Like I said, you know me. I'm very iffy on my ambition over passion. I understand Chelsea's your favorite club, but ambition-wise, it doesn't make sense to go to them. They are not going to be in the Champions League anytime soon.
Sometimes your favorite club is your favorite club,
I do
bro.
get it. Look, I mean, Bellingham.
Jude
Jude Bellingham's apparently a big Liverpool fan. He chose Madrid over Liverpool. Why? Because it made sense for his career, and it's working. Like I said, it may work out for us. I mean, he could go to Chelsea and end up being a Drogba type, where he just becomes a hero that leads them to all kinds of glory.
He also may be a Shevchenko type. Let's not be racist.
He may be... I just mean, look, they like to make a big deal of the African stars that take on the mantle.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And maybe he goes on to fucking challenge Mo Salah's record right now, bro.
Yes.
I just think that if he has the option of Chelsea versus insert Champions League club here, you take the Champions League club, bro. And I don't even mean if it's Arsenal.
the thing
Arsenal
is,
are not going for him in
The
Jan.
thing is, though, if it's money and play for your favorite club, I might just take the money and play for my
Look,
favorite
I
club.
understand. That's why I said I'd just be distraught about it. Just because I would understand it completely. I would just like to see a different... Not only because... Maybe I am being biased because Chelsea, obviously
You're
Chelsea.
definitely being biased.
But and Osimhen's my favorite striker in the
Yes, you're
game. I have
definitely
said
being
that
biased.
time and time
Biases.
and time again. But I'm just... with watching how Bellingham made that transition to Madrid, I just think it's a clear sign that maybe it's not always the best. You will get money at a Champions League club. Whatever Chelsea are offering you, you'll get the same at the Champions League club.
Probably not.
You probably will.
No, probably
because
not.
if you're in the Champions League club, you've got much more headroom in terms of wage expenditure because you're
Yeah,
in the
but
Champions
Todd
League.
Bowley owns this goddamn team, bro. He's paying me literally as much as I asked for. He's paying me.
Todd Bowley's paying you, bro?
Yes, okay.
When
I don't want to get into this, but if I'm Osimhen, Todd Bowley's paying me as much as I want.
I get... Well, Todd Bowley's paying you as much as FFP allows. And as much as the FFP will find out.
Speaking of getting paid as much as you want, though, Jordan Henderson.
Yep, wants to return to the Premier League.
I don't know. Fuck
Let
this
me
dude.
paint this picture. You wake up tomorrow, Manchester United link with Jordan Henderson. How do you feel?
Yes. Deal. Can we give you McTominay? I know. I would take him. I think he can do a job at a lot of teams.
Wasn't Spurs linked to him?
Fulham were linked to him.
Fulham?
Yeah.
I actually like that transfer.
Imagine Fulham and Paulinho. Imagine Fulham with Paulinho and Henderson.
I kind of like that.
That's so
I'm
solid.
not going to lie. I kind of like Henderson at Fulham. That sounds like a nice
But
idea.
yeah, it does seem like Ajax are the team in the lead for him now, which makes sense. Ajax is doing terribly. They could definitely use someone
they need
like
some
him.
leadership.
That's the thing. A lot of these Saudi players could definitely still do a job. Henderson included. I would take him at United. But fuck it. You signed the 2-year contract. Stay, United.
Well, I mean, he's earning cash. You know what I
Stay.
mean? I don't even think
You don't quit after 6 months, bro. I'm sorry. You don't quit after 6 months.
I guess. Yeah, it is a bit shambolic.
Stay for at least a year.
It's a bit shambolic.
At least 1 year.
You know what? It's probably such a mad shock to him going from like that Anfield atmosphere to like. Have you seen some of the stadiums?
Yes.
They're like.
Again, though, it's 1,000 degrees outside. No one wants to go watch soccer.
That's also true.
So let's.
But they really put it. I mean, they fill up when Ronaldo's playing.
You're damn right they do.
But yeah, Henderson back to the Prem would be interesting as hell to see it.
Yeah, to me it makes sense. He could definitely do a job.
I'd be very excited to see how the Liverpool fans receive him when he plays against Liverpool.
I don't think Liverpool fans would dislike him, man.
Maybe they look sticking with Liverpool. Obviously, they have been a bit on an up and up, going back to when they eliminated Arsenal from the FA Cup. So this was the latest in a run of games where Arsenal lost but should have won.
Yes.
It's only going wrong in one area, finishing. That's it. Okay, obviously at the back as well. But
Well, firstly, can we talk about that white kit, that white on white
the
Arsenal
L kit, bro.
What
It's a beautiful kit, but it's called the L kit because we just lose in it. Whenever we play a game in it, we lose,
Oh,
bro.
do they wear it often?
I think that's that's the third time we've won it. I think the one club that we beat in it was Oxford or something, but we lost to Nottingham Forest.
Can you buy
before.
that kit?
No, it's not for sale,
Oh,
which is
okay.
weird because it's a charitable thing. No more red. Obviously, all of the violence that goes on in the UK.
Oh, hectic.
Yeah, that's the campaign. That's why it doesn't help that all we do is lose in it, bro. It's been nicknamed the L kit already, and it continues. And I thought it was gonna change because we played well, bro.
And what's like, why did neither team wear the red kit firstly? Because I
was
saw
purple, they
purple
played the
and
purple
white,
kit.
and I was like, I don't know who the
Yeah,
fuck's
even
playing
me
right
when
now.
I tuned into the game, I was like, what is this? What is this? Like, and then I was like,
Who
oh,
is this
yeah.
a championship game?
But frustrating game to say the
Yes.
least. I will say this. 2-0 in all. Aaron Ramsdale was quite good in goal. I wasn't mad at his performance.
Yes.
I saw enough from him to
His
want to see
distribution
him.
was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw enough from him to want to see him in our next Premier League game against Palace,
Dude,
bro. So frustrating. I can't.
It's like they don't want to score.
Our XG is through the roof.
Yes.
Like every game now, it's been West Ham, it's been Fulham, it's been Liverpool now.
Yes.
It's just not clicking, and that's why I'm so frustrated that we aren't like more aggressively going for a striker. Like I am with you in saying we should be going guns blazing for Tony, but at 100 mil, I understand why not.
Yes.
But we should be aiming for, as excited as I am about this mayoral dude, we should be aiming for someone that people hear the name of and go, damn, they mean business. Do you know what I mean? I low-key would have been happier with Timo Werner. I can't lie.
Yeah, I know. Look, in terms of like a Jan loan, Werner's not bad. You could do
It's
worse.
not bad, but yeah, look, we are not getting the goals.
I would say Arsenal could have done anyone would have been better than Havertz the way he fucking played. He had so many chances, dude.
But that's the thing. Havertz, I don't even think he wasn't. No one played bad. Havertz didn't
I don't
finish.
think-
No one was finishing.
I think Havertz is a complete luxury player.
No one
And-
was
and the
finishing,
way
bro.
Arsenal are playing right now, they can't have luxury players. They need players who are going to go out there and work.
You know, I said, look, remember, it was just last month that Havertz was our player of the month.
Yes.
And Havertz was on a run of 4 goals in 5 games,
Yes,
blah, blah, blah.
we've also seen.
It's only been
we've seen McTominay do exactly the same
I
thing at
understand, but what I'm
United.
saying is it's been 2 games now where Havertz has performed well, just hasn't scored, and no one else has scored.
I think the reason Arsenal work is because Jesus works so hard for the team. And I think as soon as you take him out the front three, and especially when you put someone like Havertz who does not even half the work that Jesus does, the team fails.
Yeah, and that's why I said it's one of those things where if we do go for a striker, the only downside is that it comes at the expense of a Martinelli or a Saka, and I'm probably going to nail it down to Martinelli because Saka's not being benched. But if we get an out-and-out goal scorer, Jesus has to start. We can't not start him.
And also, I think Martinelli and Jesus switching out on the left
Makes
would be
sense.
fine. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Either of them would be a really good impact player.
Yeah, because also you can't play Martinelli in every single game.
League
We've got our own competition predictions.
So
Let's-
we're gonna
let's
have
go
to have a
over
look at the results from the last round of predictions that we did.
So I am winning, much like the fantasy league. I'm winning.
Oh my god!
I just know ball.
It's just first time luck, bro.
yeah, first time luck.
first time luck. Yeah, first
Even
time
though
luck.
I'm winning everything.
Okay, so look, let's get into the last rounds of predictions that we did
This
do.
week.
So starting with Luton versus Chelsea, I predicted a Chelsea win. Ethan, you predicted a draw. What was the score?
Chelsea win.
That's a Chelsea win.
So
Logan
that's-
point.
That's a point for Logan.
Uh-huh.
So you've got 12 points.
Yeah, boy.
Okay.
Villa versus Burnley. I predicted a Villa win. You predicted a Villa win. What happened?
Villa won.
Villa won. That's 2 points. I just mean 1 for each of us.
Thank you.
Palace versus Brentford. I predicted a Palace win. You predicted a Palace win. What happened?
Palace won.
Palace
3-1.
win. So we were a little bit. At least I'm balancing out with you for now.
It's keeping on.
Wolves versus Everton. I said a Wolves win. You said a draw. What happened?
Wolves won.
Wolves win. Then we had Nottingham Forest versus Manchester United. I predicted a Manchester United win. Ethan predicted United to win. Ethan, what happened?
Forest won. Yeah.
Fulham versus Arsenal. Jesus! I said Arsenal win. You said draw.
I
What
predicted
was
a
the
draw.
result?
Fulham won. I did predict a draw.
Spurs versus Bournemouth. I predicted a Spurs win. You predicted a Bournemouth win. What was the result?
Spurs won.
Spurs win.
Golly.
Liverpool versus Newcastle. I went with the Liverpool win. You went with the Liverpool win. What happened?
Liverpool won.
Liverpool win. Let's go. And
Don't
lastly,
even tell me
West
this
Ham
is
versus Brighton. I said a draw.
Did
You
you
said a
actually?
West Ham win. What was the score?
fucking 0-0 draw.
Let's go.
No way.
You're so upset. You even dropped the Red Devil. And just like that,
God damn.
18-18. Let's go.
Okay, let's get into this week. The funny this week is split over 2 game weeks, so we'll do the
Because
first
of the
5 game
winter
weeks
break,
now.
yes.
In the next episode, we will finish.
Just looking at the first 5.
But wait, so the score is 17-18.
No, it's 18-18.
18 is 18.
It's 18.
18-18.
Yep.
So
I've leveled it up.
it's level. Okay,
It's level.
That's fine. I ain't even scared.
So I've got my predictions here for this week, the ones that are going to take me further into the lead.
Let's go into them. Friday, the 12th of Jan.
Burnley at home versus Luton.
I am going to go with a. Well, you can do yours first.
I've got Luton win, bro. Luton win. I think Luton, they found the goal. They found the back of the net more often than not lately.
I know. The thing is, Luton away, Burnley home. I'm going to play the differential here.
Okay.
I think they. I think Burnley win.
Burnley
I think
win.
Burnley win. Yeah.
Okay.
Just because I think Young Trafford is so good that Odeberg, he's a good winger at Burnley as well. I think Burnley has some good players. Obviously, Lyle Foster as well.
Yeah, respect Lyle Foster, bro. Yeah, like the Patriot in me wants to go with Burnley, but
And
the
then
man that's
the Saturday 13th of Jan, we got Chelsea at home to Fulham. Who you gone with?
I've gone Chelsea win. I can't look past Cole Palmer's form alone.
But can you look past Chelsea's form?
Yeah, I can
Losing
look past
to
Chelsea's form.
Middlesbrough.
I can look past Chelsea's form. I always respect clubs like Fulham going on these big runs. I always think that they are taxing on the players. And Fulham played the Carabao Cup game last night.
Yeah.
I think that they are going to be a bit cooked. I think Chelsea also maybe played in this week, whether it be FA Cup or Carabao Cup as well. But they've got
Yes,
such a
Chelsea,
big squad.
Chelsea played Middlesbrough.
They've got such a big squad.
But Fulham, look, I'm going to say Fulham looked good against Liverpool.
Yeah, I agree.
They kind of lost that. They kind of lost that one. I got over them a bit. I think this will be a draw.
You think a draw?
Yeah, I'm going to go with a draw.
Alright, Ethan's gone with the draw. That draw is what let me level things up last time out.
Sheesh.
We got Newcastle at home, St James Park versus Manchester City. Ethan, what have you gone with, bro?
As good as Newcastle have been at home, their form in general with injuries and people just being straight up exhausted, I'm going to go Man City. KDB's back, Haaland's back.
City win.
City win.
The dream team is
Yeah,
back. I've also gone to the City win. As much as I do want to give benefit of the doubt to Newcastle, I don't think it'll be a walkover. I'll say that
I think
much.
it's going to be a walkover.
I don't think it'll be a... Look, every time we predicted a City walkover this season, it's been tame.
I know. But look, I think nah, Dubravka, actually Dubravka looked decent last time, but I think overall Newcastle, nah.
Yeah. Aston Villa are away at Everton. It's at Goodison Park.
I don't think
you
this is
fancy
as clear cut as you
Everton's
think.
chances.
I do fancy Everton's chances.
I've gone Villa win. I think Villa have more than enough about them to get a win here.
No, look, Everton's last game, they did lose 3-0 to Wolves away. So
Yeah.
Everton aren't coming into this with the best. But
At Goodison Park.
at Goody Park, I've got to go with a draw.
Going with the draw.
I'm going with a draw.
Alright, bro.
And then to end this week's games,
Big one.
it's Man United at home versus Spurs.
I will say this. Normally, I have always gone in Spurs' favor because of Man United's record against Spurs. This
Yes.
is the first time I am actively backing United for a win. I can't lie.
And let's talk about why. Son is out.
Uh-huh.
They're dealing with injuries. I don't know if Van der Ven's back yet. Obviously, Madison is still out. So, I think they...
Romero back.
Yes. Well, I don't know if he's back yet, but he is
training.
back in training, so he may play. Look, I think Spurs kind of play the perfect way for United to play. They play very high line, very attacking.
Yeah.
I think with players like Rashford and Garnacho,
Hold on, mate.
I think players with like Rashford and Garnacho with pace. We saw what they did against Villa. We beat Villa on their eye line. I think we'll do the same. I think the only difference now is Vicario, goalkeeper of the season so far, signing of the season, I will say.
So far for you.
But I think United, obviously Onana has decided to miss Cameroon so he could play in this game. So we will have our starting goalkeeper. I think Amrabat's gone to AFCON.
Yes, he
He's
has
with
as well as Morocco.
And then obviously Reguilon is just gone. We've cut out our loan with Reguilon.
So maybe Reguilon plays again.
They got Destiny Udoji.
Yeah, that's true.
But yes, we might see Werner play.
I don't know if he'd start though.
Yeah,
You
but
said off cam. I think I'd start Richarlison still, just because Richarlison has been in some
the thing is,
form of form.
Richarlison will start in the wing. Richarlison's going to take Son's place.
What about Brendan Johnson?
Oh, yes, you're right. Brendan Johnson will be on the right. I think that's how they've been doing
Okay,
it
fair
last time.
enough.
Because what they were doing was Richarlison up front, Son on the wing, Brendan Johnson on the other wing.
guess.
Look, although there is Kulusevski, so he might play on the...
Kulusevski.
So they may just go Richarlison down
Would
the
you
middle.
throw Werner straight into the deep in a game against United? I think it's a bit high pressure.
Yeah, maybe too
It's
high
a bit
pressure.
much, bro.
I would be tempted to though, just because he is fast as shit. And United's defenders are
Fast
slow.
boy.
United's defenders are slow as hell. So I would be thinking about it, but yeah, it's probably not the smart thing to do.
Well, look, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Who are you starting up top for United?
I've got to go Rashi, the pace, the size, the athleticism.
I'd go Martial. So you think Rashford starting up top over Højlund?
No, Højlund will play in the middle. Also, Højlund, he hasn't. I don't know.
Would you like to see United switch to a two-striker system?
We're kind of doing that with McTominay. So if you watch, especially in that Forest game, McTominay took a lot of chances that Højlund had. McTominay is literally like a number 9 behind Højlund. So
Damn.
I don't know if that's a tactical thing or if McTominay just doesn't know where he's supposed to be.
Yeah, or maybe it's like that's just how the games are.
But he's always on the edge of the box. He's always in the right space. I wouldn't play McTominay though. I would probably although I think McTominay always has a chance to score with the way he plays. But I would probably go...
And considering Spurs' high line, if he breaks that high line...
Yeah, but I think you're better off with someone who can play a pass through that eye line to one of the forwards, Eriksen or per se. So I probably would go Kobe Mainu, Eriksen, and Bruno. Maybe if Mount's fit, we get Mount in there. I think, on the wing, we go Rashi, we go Højlund, we go Garnacho. They've been doing well. We have to keep playing them. Whether I would like to have Pelistri come on at some point, I would like to have Anthony come on at some point, that's fine. I think we win this. At United's home.
Win? Yeah, I've also gone United.
I think
win.
United win.
I have definitely gone with the United win.
And then do you want to do a final touch on fantasy real quick? I think now more than ever, we'll see a big variety in captain
Lots of
choices
differentials,
and
bro.
huge differentials.
I'm so happy that Salah's gone for a while, bro.
Obviously, we might see a lot of people, we have seen a lot of people pull in KDB. Have you brought in KDB?
Not yet.
You think he's not gonna play? You think he's not gonna play?
No. I just think that I can get away with it this week.
Okay, we've
That's all.
seen Haaland is every day he gets closer and closer to playing. You don't have Haaland
I
either
sold
at this point.
Haaland.
I've sold him as well. I think there's quite a few people who have kept him.
Yep.
So if he does play, Newcastle are playing. I mean, they are playing Newcastle. So if Haaland could fucking cause a scene.
That's true.
And then obviously, yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of differentials this week.
Well, one of them is you obviously saw before you started recording my wild card, not my actual wild card. Ivan Toney.
Yes, you brought in
Making
Tony
his
this week.
return. He is set to be available for Brentford's next game, which is next weekend because of the winter break, not this weekend.
And he scored in a behind closed doors
Hat-trick.
game, and he scored a hat-trick in an under-21s game.
Yeah.
So he is fit enough to play.
In an interview recently that he did, he said he feels fitter than ever, hungrier than ever. So someone feed this man and also get him back on the pitch, bro.
I think that's a pretty underrated differential because I think with most players coming back, people are going to all go KDB and Haaland before they
and
go
they're
Tony.
expensive as hell. Tony isn't cheap necessarily. He's still surprisingly pricey for someone who hasn't played for 8 months. But if this works out for me, bro, I think I could work on building that gap ahead of Razine again.
Because, yeah, there's like a 4-point gap, 3 points.
bro.
Yeah.
Shout out Razine. Relax, Razine. But
Yeah, how's he?
Have you done anything crazy for
Well,
this?
look, I still am. I wait till the last day to do my team because what I was gonna do is bring Bowen in, but then he gets injured.
Look,
so
I think Razine will suffer without Salah. Salah has kept him on my tail completely, week after week after week.
But look, Salah gets you so much money. Taking out Salah,
That's what I was gonna say.
you can literally pick your
I'm
choice.
very interested to see where he goes with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who he play? Look, it didn't help him that he had Raya on the bench and Areola on the Raya in goal and Areola on the bench for the last game week. Areola got 11 points for him on the bench,
is
bro.
tough. Well,
with those points, you would have jumped. You would have leaped
He
over me.
definitely would have leaped over you.
But yeah.
I still have Salah as well. I have to get rid of him too. I still have Son in my team as well. I have to get rid of him too. So I have a bunch of money sitting, waiting.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of just in my head mentally going over what I want to do. I wanted to bring in Olise because of his good form, but now he's injured as well.
Don't forget, we have a wild card this month, people.
We have a wild card this month.
We have a wild
But also,
card.
don't do early transfers. Never do early
Even
transfers.
Nate said I do early transfers.
Because-
I do transfers while the games are being played.
Because
people.
we've seen
while the games.
Bowen gets injured, Paqueta gets injured, Trent gets injured.
But look, I still come out of a
Olise gets
midfield
injured.
like this, bro. That's decent as hell.
No, it is decent. But I'm just warning y'all out there, don't do this shit. Wait till I know you might lose out
Yeah,
on
I would
like
actually
0.1 million.
I would actually say learn from me. It's not fun. Well, look, that about does it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Again, Happy New Year. It's the first episode of the new year. First episode of
first episode of the new
2024. Lots to talk about going forward, I'm sure.
We will, at some point when we get spawns back, go over our
season reviews.
Season
We're going to
reviews.
review our season predictions that we had done at the beginning of the season.
and see who's closest to what's actually happening.
Yeah, because there are a lot of changes on my side.
Yep.
Regrettably. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the show, and we will catch you in the next one.